What's up everybody? It's Chris from Crypto Bros and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's absolutely crucial for anyone looking to build long-term wealth, budgeting and risk management. Because listen, before you even think about dropping serious cash into the market, you need to have your financial house in order. We're gonna break down how to create a budget that doesn't just track your money, but actually helps you free up more cash to invest. That's right, we're talking about identifying those sneaky little expenses that are draining your bank account and redirecting those funds towards building your future. Remember, guys, mastering your money flow is the first step to making smart, informed investment decisions. So, if you're ready to take control of your finances and start building real wealth, buckle up because we're about to get started. Alright, let's talk about budgeting. I know, it doesn't exactly sound like the most exciting thing in the world, but trust me on this. A well-structured budget is the foundation for achieving your financial goals, especially when it comes to investing. The first step is to get real with yourself about where your money is actually going. And I mean really track it. Every cup of coffee, every subscription service, every impulsive online purchase. You can use budgeting apps, spreadsheets, or even just a good old-fashioned notebook. Now, once you have a clear picture of your spending habits, it's time to identify areas where you can cut back. This is where things might get a little uncomfortable because it requires honesty. Are you really using that gym membership? Is that daily latte a necessity or just a habit? Remember, every dollar you save is a dollar you can put towards investments that can grow over time. And don't even get me started on those subscription services. Seriously, I bet you have subscriptions you completely forgot about. Go through them all. Streaming services, music apps, meal kits, and be ruthless. The goal here isn't to deprive yourself, it's about being strategic and making conscious choices with your money. Instead of mindlessly spending, you're redirecting those funds towards investments that align with your long-term financial goals. Think of it like this. Every time you choose to invest that $5 you would have spent on a coffee, you're essentially buying a tiny piece of your financial freedom. Over time, those small choices can add up to a significant difference in your net worth. Remember, building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making consistent, disciplined choices over time. And it all starts with a budget that empowers you to free up cash flow for investments. So, take the time to analyze your spending. Identify areas where you can cut back and watch as your investment capital starts to grow. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Now, let's talk about risk, because let's face it, investing always involves some level of risk. But here's the thing, understanding your own personal risk tolerance is absolutely crucial before you put your hard-earned money on the line. Think of it like this. Your risk tolerance is basically how much of a stomach you have for the ups and downs of the market. Some people are perfectly comfortable riding out the volatility, while others get a panic attack just thinking about it. So, how do you figure out your own risk appetite? Well, it involves being honest with yourself about your financial situation, your investment goals, and your emotional response to market fluctuations. If you're younger and don't need access to your investments for a long time, you can probably afford to take on more risk. You have time to recover from any potential losses. On the other hand, if you're closer to retirement and relying on your investments for income, you'll likely want to adopt a more conservative approach. It's also important to consider your investment goals. Are you aiming for aggressive growth, or are you more focused on preserving capital? The higher the potential return, the higher the risk, and vice versa. And let's not forget about the emotional aspect of investing. Some people can handle seeing their portfolio drop by a significant percentage without batting an eye, while others lose sleep over it. If you're constantly stressed out about market fluctuations, it might be a sign that you are taking on too much risk. Remember, the key is to find investments that align with your risk tolerance and investment goals. Don't feel pressured to chase high risk, high reward opportunities if they're going to keep you up at night. It's better to start slow, build a solid foundation, and gradually increase your risk as you become more comfortable. Alright, guys, let's talk about something that's not exactly the most exciting topic, but is absolutely crucial: emergency funds. Think of this as your financial safety net, the thing that helps you sleep soundly at night, knowing you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. Life is unpredictable, right? Your car could decide to take an unexpected vacation to the mechanic, or you could face a sudden job loss. These unexpected events can throw a wrench in your financial plans, especially if you're not prepared. That's where the emergency fund comes in. It's a stash of cash that's specifically set aside for those unexpected expenses or income disruptions. This isn't your fun money. It's not for that new phone you've had your eye on. It's for true emergencies only. So, how much should you have in your financial parachute? A good rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up. That means if you need $5,000 a month to cover your essentials, you should aim to have between $15,000 and $30,000 in your emergency fund. Now, I know that might seem like a daunting amount, especially when you're also trying to invest. But trust me, having that peace of mind is priceless. It means you won't have to go into debt or dip into your investments when unexpected expenses pop up. Start by setting aside a small amount each month, even if it's just $50 or $100. As you get used to it, gradually increase that amount. You can also look for ways to boost your savings, like selling unwanted items or picking up a side hustle. Remember, building an emergency fund takes time and discipline, but it's one of the smartest financial moves you can make. It's your safety net, your peace of mind, and your ticket to navigating life's unexpected twists and turns without derailing your financial goals. Now, let's talk investing strategies, specifically the differences between short-term and long-term investing. Which one is right for you? Well, that depends on your financial goals, your time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Short-term investing is all about generating quick returns over a shorter period, usually within a year or two. Think of it as a sprint. It can be a bit riskier, like trying to time the market, but it can also offer the potential for higher rewards. Long-term investing, on the other hand, is a marathon. It's about building wealth gradually over time, often with a time horizon of 5, 10, or even 30 years or more. It's about riding out the market's ups and downs and focusing on the long game. So, how do you know which approach is right for you? Well, first, consider your financial goals. Are you saving for a down payment on a house in a few years? Then a short-term investment strategy might be more appropriate. But if you're investing for retirement, which is decades away, a long-term approach is the way to go. Remember, time is your greatest asset when it comes to investing. The longer your money is invested, the more time it has to grow and compound. Think of it like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. The same goes for investing. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Just remember, investing always involves some level of risk. But by understanding your financial goals, your time horizon, and your risk tolerance, you can make informed decisions that align with your overall financial plan. So, there you have it, the fundamentals of budgeting and risk management. Remember, building wealth and achieving financial freedom starts with taking control of your money. Create a budget that works for you. Understand your risk tolerance. Build that emergency fund and make investment decisions that align with your long-term goals. You have the power to shape your financial future. Don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back. Start small, stay consistent, and always keep learning. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more financial tips and advice, and let me know in the comments what financial topics you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay focused, stay motivated, and keep building that wealth.